5 children and eat. Robert, Anthea, Jen, Cyril, and their baby brother were 5 children who were very excited because they're moving from London to a beautiful new house on the hill. The children loved the new house, so they decided to go for a walk to the garden. There, Anthea found something very strange. "Cyril, come here! Quick! There's something alive!" And everybody ran for seeing what happened. It was a fairy. This fairy could move its eyes in and out on stalks. It had big ears and its body was fat and furry. It was very angry and said, "Don't you know a peasant when you see one? I'm a sun fairy, that's obvious. I'd live here for thousands of years. I give wishes, and these disappear when the sun goes down." "Can you give us wishes now?" Anthea said. "Well, but be quick," answered the fairy. "I wish we were all very beautiful." The pavement slowly got bigger, then went small again. "That's all right," it said. When the children see them, they noticed that they were different and very, very beautiful. The girls were happy, but the boys were very angry. All together went to see at their baby brother, but he didn't know who they are and started to cry. All the children were different, except the baby. How everybody were hungry went to their house, but Martha, the nursemaid, took the baby and said, "Go away or I will send for the police." So the children had to wait outside their house until the sun goes down and everything goes back to what it was. When they returned to be like before, they went to their house and invented a story for explaining to Martha what had happened. The next day, the children asked a wish again, but now they wished to be rich. The peasant gave them their wish, and suddenly a lot of gold coins appeared in the garden. With those coins, the children tried to buy a lot of things, but in no place accepted that kind of coins. So the children were very unhappy. Unfortunately, in one shop the owner thought that they were steals, so she called the police. But less badly, when the sun goes down, the gold coins disappeared, and they could come back to their house. The third day, the children asked to have wings. With that wings, they started to fly over the woods and trees, over the towns and villages for a long time. But they began to get hungry, and they can't fly all the way home without something to eat. So, they decided to take the food from the vicar's house, next to the church. They started to eat in the church roof, when then finally they fell asleep until very late. Suddenly, they got up and didn't have their wings because the sun goes down many hours ago. So they shouted because they needed help to go down off the church roof. Unfortunately, the vicar listened to the shouts and could help them to arrive home. There, Martha waited very angry. How every children were punished, Robert asked Martha if he could go out for half an hour at the garden, and how Martha was very kind accepted. There, he wished that the children didn't have to come there to get their wish, and it happened. The next morning, Robert had a problem with the baker's boy, but how he was bigger than Robert, he kicked him in the leg and hit him hard in the stomach. How Robert was really angry, he asked the peasant to be bigger than baker's boy, and this way he revenged. When it happened, Robert went to look for him, and he took hold of baker's boy and put him on the top of the haystack. More late, as all their previous wishes, this wish brought many problems, because Robert decided to work in a fair for getting money. But, unfortunately, the owner of the fair didn't want that Robert leave it, so he had to wait until the sun goes down, and thus the owner couldn't see that he was going out of the fair. While the children were having breakfast, Martha told them that there were thieves and lady chickens last night, and they took all their jewels. Suddenly, Robert said, "When I'm older, I'm going to buy Mother jewels like that." And Jen said, "I'd like Mother to have all Lady Chitten's beautiful jewels now. I wish she could." The other said, "Oh no, Jen, what have you said? Now your wish will make real." Just in this moment, their mother arrived at home and found the jewels. So, she thought that Martha's boyfriend was a thief of jewels of Lady Cheatham's, and she decided to go of the police. The desperate children ran to find at the basement for asking their last wish. How the children said that this it would be their last desire, the basement accepted. So they said, "First, I wish that Lady Cheatham will find that she had never lost the jewels. Then, I wish that Mother won't get to the police. And finally, I wish that Mother and Martha will forget all about jewels." "Don't," said the basement. "Now, could you wish that you will never tell anyone about me?" Because the adult could wish horrible things, and the children were agreed. After it, he said goodbye and got to his hall, and the children went to their house. And this way, this story comes to the end.